Hello everyone, this is your host Urvashi Chauhan. Welcome back to another episode of Courts Today by Live Law, your one-step destination to all legal developments in the country. Let us start. Starting with an update from the Rajasthan High Court, which has suspended the life sentence of a person convicted of murder and released him on bail while he awaits his appeal. This decision came after the individual, who has been in custody for over 10 years, filed an application under Section 389 of Criminal Procedure Code, arguing that his appeal would not be heard anytime soon. This section, let me tell you, allows an appellate court to suspend the sentence of a convicted individual and release them on bail while their appeal is pending. A division bench led by Justice Dinesh Mehta took note of the arguments on both sides and observed that the applicant has already undergone a sentence for over 10 years and apparently there are no chances of hearing the present appeal in the near future. Despite the public prosecutor's argument that releasing a person convicted of a heinous crime would send a negative message to the society, the court prioritized the individual's prolonged detention, deciding in favor of his temporary release until the appeal is addressed. A single bench of Justice Mary Joseph of the Kerala High Court has held that before conducting the body search of a person, the person has to be informed of his right to have the presence of either the magistrate or a gazetted officer to witness his body search. The court observed that unless he was informed of his right in the way he understands, the formalities under Section 50 of the Narcotics and Psychotropic Substances Act cannot be deemed to have been fulfilled. Let me tell you, this section provides that unless in exceptional cases, a person should be searched only in the presence of a magistrate or a gazetted officer. In this case, 4.06 kilograms of hash was allegedly recovered from two individuals. They were both convicted by the Additional Sessions Court Thrissur under the NDPS Act. The two accused knew only Hindi. Even though the prosecution claimed that the accused were informed of their rights in Hindi, there was no evidence to show the same. Furthermore, as per Section 52A of this Act, immediately after the seizure of the contraband, an inventory shall be prepared and forwarded along with the contraband to the court having jurisdiction. In this case, there was a delay of 2 days in producing the contraband before the magistrate. Accordingly, the court held that the prosecution could not prove the case beyond reasonable doubt and the accused here were acquitted. A single judge bench of the Jharkhand High Court comprising Justice S.N. Pathak has held that pension and gratuity benefits for employees cannot be withheld while criminal proceedings are ongoing. In this case, the employee Shanti Devi was appointed as a lecturer at B&J College in 1984. She was transferred to Ram Lakhan Singh Yadav College, Ranchi in 2002. In 2003, she was appointed as a member of the Jharkhand Public Service Commission. After completing her term with the JPSC, she resumed her duties at Ram Lakhan Singh Yadav College in the year 2009. 6 criminal cases were lodged against her by the Vigilance Department. She was acquitted in 3 cases, while the other 3 remain pending. Further, she was compulsorily retired by the Ranchi University in 2019 under Section 67 of the Jharkhand State Universities Act. Despite her retirement, she did not receive her pension, gratuity, leave encashment and group insurance. She argued that no departmental proceedings were initiated against her during her service. Despite 3 criminal pending cases, there were no convictions. Her initial suspension during judicial custody was revoked, allowing her to continue working until she was suspended again. She received suspension allowances during this time, indicating her service was still recognized despite the legal challenges. On the other hand, it was contended by the employer that she was not entitled to the pensionary benefits due to the serious criminal charges pending against her. These charges involved moral turpitude and their pendency was a legitimate ground for withholding her benefits. But the court decided in favor of Shanti Devi, emphasizing that under Article 300A of the Constitution of India, no person can be deprived of their property, which includes pensionary benefits, without the authority of law. The court held that the employer could not withhold any employee's pensionary benefits based on the pending criminal cases. The court directed the employer to calculate and disburse the amounts due for gratuity, leave encashment, and other benefits within 12 weeks. With this, the writ petition was allowed. In another update, the National Consumer Disputes Redressal Commission has held that builders cannot force buyers to accept possession after a significant delay. It was held that the buyer has the right to accept the delayed possession or seek compensation for it. In this case, the complainant booked a flat with Sushma Buildtech and signed a flat buyer's agreement which stipulated possession within 30 months. Despite receiving 97% of the sale price, the builder failed to deliver on time. So the complainant filed a consumer complaint with the Punjab State Commission, which ruled in their favour, awarding compensation for the delay at 5 rupees per square feet per month from the delivery date until possession. It also ordered 6% simple interest on the deposited amount of 54 lakhs from the delivery date until possession and rupees 65,000 for litigation costs. But aggrieved by this, the complainant appealed to the National Commission. The National Commission observed that the complainants had actually paid more than 64 lakhs towards the flat, with receipts confirming the payment. The agreement stipulated that possession was to be delivered within a specified timeline plus a grace period. Despite these terms and the complainant's payments, the builder failed to hand over the flat within the agreed time frame. The complainants, who had also taken a home loan from HDFC Limited, were paying EMIs and invested a substantial amount in seeking possession of the flat. Thus, the National Commission modified the State Commission's order and directed the builder to pay simple interest at 6% on the deposited amount of 64 lakhs from the date the flat was due to be handed over until the possession date. Additionally, the builder was directed to pay 1 lakh rupees to the complainants as litigation expenses. And lastly, the District Consumer Disputes Redressal Commission Chandigarh has found 145 Café and Bar Bandra guilty of unfair trade practices and deficient services for charging 10% service charge on a bill. Here, the complainant visited a restaurant operated by 145 Café and Bar Bandra and consumed several drinks. Upon receiving her bill, she noticed that the restaurant imposed a 10% service charge amounting to 101.70 for serving the drinks. The complainant argued that this constitutes an unfair trade practice and referred to an order issued by Ministry of Consumer Affairs, Food and Public Distribution and a press release by the Consumer Protection Authority, India. Both these directives indicated that the mandatory imposition of service charges by restaurants and hotels is considered an unfair trade practice. She felt aggrieved and filed a consumer complaint against the restaurant at the District Consumer Disputes Redressal Commission. The restaurant did not appear before the District Commission for the proceedings. The District Commission held that this charge was imposed despite clear directives preventing such service charges. Therefore, it held that the restaurant was liable for deficiency in services and unfair trade practices. Thus, it has directed the restaurant to refund the amount of 101.70. Additionally, it has been directed to pay a lump sum compensation of 5,000 to the complainant. If you wish to know more details about the cases I mentioned here, you can visit our website at www.livelaw.in. Stay ahead with quick legal updates only on Livelaw. Do not forget to like, share and subscribe and support us. You can also support us by donating through the thanks button at the bottom of our videos or consider becoming a member at just 89 rupees per month.